I've always thought that I'm more of a dog person, but every time I see a game with a cat in it, I just know I have to play it. Cat and Ghostly Road was no exception. An atmospheric point-and-click game in which you play as a white cat. Count me in. But is this game worth your time? Find out in my review. A review copy of the game was kindly provided. Cat and Ghostly Road's story takes you on an adventure to save the life of a painter who previously saved your own life. This journey takes you through a world full of ghosts and demons, whom you can communicate with thanks to your spirit vision. I don't want to get into the details of the story as it plays a major part in the game, but that should give you an overview of what your adventure will entail. Cat and Ghostly Road is a point-and-click adventure game. The left joystick controls your character and the right controls the cursor, which you use to interact with objects on screen, with you having to find and combine different items along your journey to progress. If you get stuck, at a press of a button, the game will highlight with a glow all interactable points. This means you won't miss anything in an area if you choose to use this feature. You will at times get frustrated on how to solve a puzzle, as I did, and it may require some backtracking to previous areas to find things you missed or overlooked. As with any point-and-click game, trial and error plays a part in solving the puzzles. The biggest issue with Cat and Ghostly Road is the loading screen or lack thereof, and the load times in general. The screen will fade to black when you leave an area before some text appears telling you where you are and the next area loads. In general, it wasn't the slowest loading times, but as a point-and-click game often requires you backtracking and going to areas with new items you have obtained to move the story forwards, it impacts the pacing of the game. In this instance, it impacted it negatively. The speed at which your character moves is also really slow. This may be the slowest cat I have ever encountered. The graphics are where this game shines. The colour palette used invokes a whimsical feeling and reminds me of East Asian art I had seen in museums and art galleries. Some sprite animations were jumpy though. A character would be in one place and then suddenly be in another. Also, the walking animations were stiff looking. In regards to the subtitles, they're all readable with a box blocking behind it to ensure that the words can be read. However, I did notice mistakes in the translations on more than one occasion, with some sentences making absolutely no sense. The game's sound design is charming, balancing silence, ambient noises, and the musical score. It does a good job and adds to the world building. There is no voice acting in Cat and Ghostly Road. I don't feel like it would have been necessary to include either. Overall, the game achieves what it sets out to do. Tell a story by the point-and-click medium. The visuals are stunning and the style suits this genre. With a handful of quality of life updates, the game would have felt more enjoyable. As it stands, I think the game is just okay. Nothing that sweeps me off my feet, that is for sure. Despite this, it is still enjoyable to play. Thanks for watching. Bye bye!